welcome to episode 67 of FrannyDoMakes. My name is Fran. I am joining you today from an overcast and cloudy but not too cold Leeds in the north of England in West Yorkshire. This is my channel where I talk about everything that I have been making and creating over the last 2 weeks. So mainly knitting and crochet is what I've got this week. I think I've mainly got knitting. I have worked on my crochet blanket, but I'll probably just show you when it's finished now, because otherwise it just looks like it's the same thing all the time. So yeah, mainly knitting today. I have I have got crochet because I have finished a crochet thing. It's just not with me because I've given it to its recipient this morning. So I have crochet and knitting today. I also have a little bit of a cold, so if I sound a bit nasally, that is why. I've just taken some cold and flu pills just to stave off the worst of the symptoms, and I'm drinking a nice hot cup of Yorkshire tea. Oh, delicious. Yeah, so if you like that sort of thing, then please do grab a cuppa if you like one. Put your feet up, put your slippers on, get your project, and we'll have a little chat. Okay, today for me is Tuesday the 4th of February. Also on the channel you will find some Monday making vlogs that I film every week. So there'll be one that's just gone up yesterday for you, this morning for me. Yeah, so if you like that sort of thing as well, that's just a bit more of a vloggy style, just following me around on my days off from work. Right. What was I going to say? Okay, yes, let's go this way. So you can find me online as at FrannyDoMakes in most places. So Instagram, Ravelry, Facebook is FrannyDo page, I think, but I don't really go on there. Threads and TikTok, and here obviously as well. And if you want to find any more information that I haven't talked about or that I've maybe not linked, I will always put the name of the pattern and the designer here on the screen. But if you want to know any more information about the yarns that I've used, or links to those yarn dyers or bag makes or anything, that's on the website, which is frannydo.co.uk. So I hope you've all been well and looked after each other. It's been a funny old... No, it's not really. It's just been nothing much has been happening the last couple of weeks, other than work and that kind of stuff. So I've been to have my nails done this morning. There you go. Oh, the veins in my fingers looked really blue then. Yeah. Okay, so I will share with you what I have made then this week. On the wall is still the shawlography from last time. So that's Shawlography by Stephen West. So that's what that is. I'm not wearing any hand knits. This is just a jumper from, I'm not sure, I can't remember, is it Sugar Hill Brighton or Joni? Joni, from Joni. I like their jumpers, nice and soft. Right, okay, so I have got, like I said, I finished an item that has gone to its recipient. So I don't have it with me, but I did take some pictures and some videos. So let me move over here and then I can put it up here. So this was, I've forgotten the name of the designer again, so just give me a moment while I find it for you. It's the Heart Blanket. It's a crochet pattern, and it is by Marina Nikolaidou. It's available to purchase from Ravelry and from Etsy. I don't know if she has her own website as well anyway, but yeah. So I used some Stylecraft Special DK to make this. The main colour, which is the navy blue, is Midnight. And then the other colours are, what order did that do them in? So teal is that greeny blue, fuchsia pink, is it fuchsia pink or fuchsia purple? Fuchsia purple is the pink one, why it's called purple I don't know. Mustard is the yellow, and turquoise is the turquoise blue one. I used a 3.5mm hook. I didn't really write any other details on there. I didn't make a note of how many I did across or anything. I just did it to how wide I wanted it and made it until it was as long as I wanted it. But it's a fairly good size. I ended up using, I've still got 80 grams left of the main colour of the turquoise, of the navy blue, and I had 6 in total, so it's 5.2 skeins, or 520 grams of the main colour, and then just 50 grams of each of the individual colours. So I striped 4 different colours, and yeah, so the colours for the hearts go quite a long way. So the way that it's done is kind of a bit like, I've made another blanket like this before which had trees on it, and so you go one way with your main colour, and then you go back to the start. Is that right? No, you do your base in your main colour, and then when you've got back to the start, you pick up and do a couple of stitches in the main colour, and then you change it to the contrast colour, and you make the heart stitches, and you go all the way along, and then you go back to the start and go and fill in the gaps with the main colour, and then you go back along with some double crochets to get back to the start again. So yeah, it's kind of a bit like brioche in that you're doing this one row twice. And when I started it, like I started this back in April last year, so it's been on the go for quite a long time. When I don't know, I was like, I don't know if I like this pattern, I don't know if I like this going back and forth. But I think I just wanted to make other things at the time. So, but when it came to when it was snowing and it was cold, and I thought my friend really needs, she's asked for a blanket, so let's make her a blanket. So when I picked it up back in January, and I thought I'm just going to get it finished, and it only took me a few weeks just to get it done, a couple of weeks. So I'm really pleased to have got that off the hook and it finished. And to do the, what did I do for the border? I just went round, I went all the way around, I think, with double crochets, so American double crochets. And then I did sort of like a linen stitch where you do a single crochet, a chain one, a single crochet, and then you fill that in with an alternative colour. And I was going to do all the colours, but I just couldn't be bothered. And then I did like a shell border, so just a sort of a shell border. And then I washed it and pinned it out on the bed, and it blocked out really nice. So that is that finished, and that's a good amount of yarn out of the out really. Although when I weighed it, it weighed less than it said on the Ravelry, so I don't know if I've mixed up something somewhere. But anyway, I weighed the whole thing and put it in a, you know, and weighed it. So unless my scales were off, but whatever. I'm putting what the scale said, not what the Ravelry is saying, and being true to myself. So that's my first finished object done. My second finished object is again one that's been on the go for a while. These have had several incarnations. These socks. These are my Halloween socks. Let me put it in front there. Very speckled. So these are just some no they're not, the cuff down vanilla socks, using some yarn from Coastal Creatives Lincolnshire. It's called Bubbling Cauldron. So yeah, it's really speckled, and I don't know if it came with this or if I put this with it. I think I found this in Stash, this neon green. It's blown out, but it is very bright. So I'd started doing the bubblegum socks by James Makes Yarns, and the gauge was a bit wrong and I didn't like it in this yarn, so I frogged that. And then I was going to make the prairie socks, and again you just couldn't see the pattern, so it was pointless, so I just frogged them both. So this was the third time of trying, and these have turned into just some vanilla socks, just using the same yarn. Oh, bookshelf socks as well. I'd cast on the bookshelf socks first, and I'd got all the way down to about here, and then realised that I'd done them all in one colour and I wouldn't have enough of the yarn because it's only 50 gram. So I had to frog that, and then something went wrong when I frogged it, and yeah, they've just been a bit of a bane of my life, to be honest, these, but they're finished now. They're not blocked yet, but I haven't had a chance to do it. So yeah, there they are. That's just some vanilla socks using some Halloween yarn. So I'm glad to get those done, because again they've been loitering in the project bag. So they need to put on the pile to be blocked. Put them over there. There we go. I've got something sticky on my blockers. I don't know what it is. I need to give them a wipe because there's something on them. Only on one of them, on more. So I don't know if I've sprayed something in the room and then it's got on them somehow. I don't know. Sorry, my phone's ringing. I'm getting a lot of unsolicited phone calls at the moment, which are really getting on my nerves. I don't know if I've signed up to something and put my number on it, and I'm just getting all the phone calls at the minute. It's really, really annoying. I must get 2 a day. I don't answer them because no one ever answers anyway, and they don't ever leave a message, do they? So they obviously don't want to talk to me that badly. Right, so the next things that I have on the go are... I don't know if I showed you this last time. They might all be sort of new. No, they're not all new cast-ons. The first thing that you will have seen is my Daft Days cardigan, which I am currently on with separating the different areas. So I have separated the front, so I've got up to the armhole, and now I'm doing the front and backs. So I'm currently working on the left front, it's this side here. So there we've got my underarm there, and I'm onto the purples here. So this is my yarn from Green Lambkin Yarns. It was the advent calendar for 2024, which was called Enchanted Forest. Enchanted Forest Advent Club. They're all in a box down here, so I can't show you all of them. But I have, yeah, so I'm there now. I have to do that for about 10 centimetres, and then we do some shaping for the shoulders, and then it'll be the front and the other front and the back. So I'm on the way now. I just hope, how many more colours have I got left? That one, is that one? Yeah, so I've got 6 more colours. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be enough, so I get all the colours in, because I wanted it to finish off on that nice pinky red that's at the top. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be so nice when it's done. It's a lovely way to show off your advent yarns. I think even though this is solid colours, or semi-solids, tonals, a variegated would be lovely in this as well. Yeah, so that's the Green Lambkin Yarns. Then I'm holding double, and then the main colour is just some Yarn Smith Merino DK. It's the colourway Linen. There you go. It's lovely yarn. It's a little bit splitty sometimes, but it's ever so soft and lovely. I might get some to make a jumper out of, to be honest. Maybe. And then I have these buttons that I'm going to use, which are from the Magpie's Eye. which I think a lot of people have paid them a visit after I showed them last time. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that pattern. Like I said last time, I thought that I wouldn't enjoy it as much with all the because there's quite a lot of purling, and it's almost like a rib texture is the main thing, so you're doing like rib and then you're purling, but it's not, it's really nice. Yeah, so I'm aiming to get it finished for East Anglia Yarn Festival. I am using the same you know, the cream coloured yarn. I'm using the same yarn for that and my Green Lambkin Secret Treasure Box Club blanket. So I'm putting that just on hold until I finish the cardigan, because I think I've not got enough yarn for both of them. So I want to finish the cardigan so that I know that that's finished, because the blanket can wait a bit. It's on the way. I've only got two more rows to do on it, but then I want to make sure I've got enough for a big border. Well, I say that I always want to do a big border, but then when I'm doing the border I don't want to do it big because it goes on and on for ages. So, but anyway, I want to make sure that I've got enough yarn to finish the cardigan before I go in to finish the blanket, because I can always get more, and it doesn't matter so much if it's not the same dye lot. Okay, so that's the Daft Days cardigan. I should say, did I say Daft Days cardigan by Rebecca Clow? I'll put it down here. Who is the Crochet Bear on YouTube. Right, next up is another garment. Have I got a card in here? No, I thought I had written a card. Anyway, don't think I did. I have to get a card out. So this is another Felix sweater, Felix pullover. I made one of these. Did I make it last year or the year before? Let's have a look. (2023) I made around the same time of year actually. Yeah, so it's a Felix pullover. I have just separated for the sleeves for this also. So this is using some Stylecraft Special with wool Aran, and the colour is something Jazzy Nep or something. Have I written it on? Grey Jazz Nep, Stylecraft Special with Aran with wool. It comes in a giant ball. I'm pulling from the centre, so that's why I'm being quite gingerly taking it out. There we go. That's living in this bag, which is a big sheep bag from Gibby Rousseau's. The big sheep. I got that from East Anglia Yarn Festival last year. I'm using the recommended needles. Yeah, it's a lovely pattern. It's such a wearable piece. It's almost like one of those favourite sweatshirts that you wear. It's cosy and a little bit oversized. Yeah, I really like my other one. I wear it a lot. My other one is blue with like grey and black grey neps in it. But this one is the grey with the different coloured neps in. I'm making the size 2. I didn't do the tubular cast on from the pattern this time. I did on the other one, but I haven't for this one. But you can see there the nice increases which are done with eyelets on this pattern. There we go. I had got so far in it last week, which you'll have seen if you watched the making vlogs, and then I had to pull it back because I'd missed one of the increases, and so there was an eyelet missing, and it was right at the start near the neckband, and then I messed up trying to pick it up because it was in the short rows. So, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's such an easy, it's a loose gauge, it's easy to do. I don't have to alternate skeins because it's just one big ball of yarn. And yeah, so I'm now on to the roundy bit. So that's a nice pick up and knit while I'm watching telly or doing other things. There we go, so that's living in there. I got loads done yesterday on my projects because they were all at sort of weird points. You'll see if you watch the video, like that was needing to be split, the other one was needing to be split. I needed to cast on one another sock, and I just sort of got to all those pit parts so that I could just pick the project up and carry on with it. Because I don't know about you, but if I'm got to the point of the evening where I've had my tea, I've sat down, I've got all the work done, I want to just sit and grab something that's easy. I don't necessarily mean that the pattern is easy, but that the place in the pattern that I've got to is easy, and I've not got to think, oh, do I need to change my needle, do I need to have another something else with me, do I need my scissors, do I need this, that and the other. I don't know why, but anyway, I'm at that point now in all of them so that I can just pick them up and get going. Okay, so the next item I have is have I finished talking about that? Yeah. Sorry, I'm going a bit fast today. The next is a pair of socks. These are a pair of socks for my sister. If you remember, we went to Amsterdam in November. I think it was November. And we went to Stephen and Penelope, obviously, and we purchased some yarn. So I purchased some to make a stripometry and a cowl. I got some lovely ching fibre. My sister bought some punk rock unicorn and some minis, and she bought some ching fibre as well. So she bought them so that I could make them for her. So I decided, I knew it was going to be a flashing kind of yarn because of how it was in the skein. So it's mainly this pink that's going to blow out crazily. So it's mainly pink and red, and the red just kind of spirals around. So I knew I wanted something that would show off the yarn nicely. And what better than lovely Beki from Bex Creates has a new pattern out called That Precious Skein Socks. And I must say I really loved them. So I've got one finished. I mean, you can't see it because the colour is so bright. But it has this sort of lengthened stitch pattern. Let me get out of the way. Don't know if you can see that. There. So it makes this sort of slouchy feeling to it. So I'm using the recommended needles, which is 2.5. I think if I made them for myself, I'd do them on a 2.25 because this gauge, this is the size I would make for myself, and it's too big. So I would. These are for my sister, but I always use. So it's not that colour at all. You just can't. Maybe that. Yeah, you just can't see the colour, but they're beautiful. And that red is just, oh look, you can't see it. Anyway, they're not purple and pink like it's shown on here. They are pink and red. What was I saying? Yeah, I would need to go as a needle down. But I love the construction of them. Beki normally used to do like an afterthought heel, but now there's I don't know how to show it so you can see. No, it's a cuff down, a heel flap and gusset with the garter stitch border, but it was just dead easy the way she's written it. It was just really well written and really easy to follow. I think normally I'd struggled to do it like that. I don't know why. I think because the slip stitches are on the purl side, I think. But yeah, it was just really simple, and it's got this braided toe. And you see there's like these stitches here. Yeah, so it's a really nice rounded toe. I'm sorry you can't see them properly, but take it from me, they look, in real life they look really really nice. Yeah, so I will definitely be making a pair of these for myself in some of my precious Skein yarns. Thinking what have I got up there that's on its own. I might use this crazy yellow for mine. Put that away properly later, but yeah, I definitely will make another pair for myself because they're really nice. So I've finished one and I literally cast on the second. I've just got that much on there. So yeah, that's Punk Rock Unicorn. The colourway is Jelly. It's their Soul base, which is 85% merino, 25% nylon. That is their label. Jelly. It's proper nice. And that's living in this lovely bag that my sister bought me, which is from, it's got a lovely deer on it with all flowers, and it's from Butternut Handmade, I think. And they're on Etsy. Butternut Handmade. Lovely bags and little pouches and things. So that's really nice. What else have I got? Oh yeah. Okay, where am I at? Half an hour. Okay. So next up is a project for Minnie. It's living in this beautiful bag, which is from Stitch by Mrs. D. It's one of her panda bags. Oh, it's so soft and lovely. And living in it is a BonBon bunny for Minnie. So I'm using this lovely yarn from Bona Yarns. Which some of you may remember I made some Thorny Briar mitts, which is a pattern from Suzanne at Green Glamkin Yarns, for my sister last year. And I promised Minnie that she could have a BonBon bunny to go with her little mouse that I made her a couple of years ago. So it's looking a bit of a mess at the moment, but we have 2 legs and we have a little tail and a little bottom, and I've got all the other parts of it done. So we have 2 ears, and we have 2 arms and some eyes to go with it. So yeah, Minnie is desperate for me to get this finished, so I need to work on it a bit more when I finish talking to you. So yeah, there we go. Just a couple of dangly legs. At first I thought that I'd put the legs on backwards, but I think he is supposed to be a bit knock-kneed like that. So cute. So hopefully that will be finished in the next day or 2. What's I saying? Okay, I have also, do you know I talked about the other day about having doing another colourwork jumper, and I was going to do the Throwover by Andrea Mowry, but I've decided that I'm now going to wait and do the Kintra by Rebecca Clow, because that's her new pattern that's coming out. So I've got this. So this is Flower Crown by Stranded Dye Works. I've got 3 skeins of that. And then I've got lots of minis that I have from my Indie Yarn Club. that I was using. Ooh. So I was just going to use these solids for the colour work, but now I thought I might need a bit more, so I've decided to pick out, oh, they're all coming unravelled, pick out some of the variegated that might work within the sequence. So I'm gonna go blue, and then this one, green, and then this one, then the yellow, and then this one, then the orange, and then this one, and then the pink. So it'll be still sort of a rainbow. I don't know if I can hold it up so you can see all of them together. Hang on. Sort of like this. So it's still a rainbow, but there's more yarn to play with. So that's my thoughts anyway. I'll double check when the test is finished. I think it finishes in February, so later this month. And then I'll check out all the test projects and then see. I've seen a few of them because my friend Wendy, hi Wendy, was in the test, so she showed me some of them. But it's going to be a lovely project, and that's Living in a Bag by Jackie for the time being. Soft accents. Yeah. My tea's gone cold. Okay, so that's everything I think from now. It's a bit short today. I feel like I've raced through it a bit. Yeah, I'm looking to finish all of these things in February as a kind of crack the whip thing, because I'm within the Patreon for Row and Kids, Kelly at Row and Kids, and we've got a crack the whip make along in February. I have spoken to Helen from Giddy Yarns, and we are thinking of doing the spring shawl-a-thon again this year. So if you would like to get involved in that, please do let me know below. I thought it was really nice last year. I haven't got that many shawls that I want to make this year because I think I've got far too many. But I have got 2 Stephen West ones that I want to do, which is the Stripometry and the Fibre Fest shawl, I think it's called. Oh, excuse me. Got hiccups now. Oh gosh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. So I might cast, depends where I get on with everything else, but I might cast something else on in the meantime, because it's nice to show a bit of variation. Is there anything that you'd like to see from me? I'm thinking either a cowl or a pair of socks, maybe some mitts. I might cast something on for Minnie. I've got some Aranway cotton that's been in the stash for a while. Let's see. That someone bought me as a present. Here it is. I was thinking of making a little cardigan for Minnie in. It's some Millimia Sweden in these colours. So I thought maybe like a colour blocked stripy cardigan would be quite nice, because there's not enough to make anything for me and I don't want to buy more yarn to add to it. So yeah, maybe I'll look up and see if there's anything I can make for Minnie out of those. I did have a pattern in mind for it actually. Let me see if I've still got it on my queue. I think I do. Queue. I think it was this one, Rove by Velvet Acorn. Is it knitted or crocheted? Worsted weight, knit in 3 colours. It's a faded cardigan in the picture. But I would do it in stripes. Is there any projects that striped? But it looks like a nice, yeah, a few people have done stripes. Like this one. Oh, this must be where I've seen it. This is by, it is a Sarah. His hair's in cotton as well. Sport weight cotton straps held double. Yeah, so I think that's where I'd seen it. Yeah, I think maybe I'll put this in a project bag and have a look at the pattern, because that'd be nice for Minnie to have. She does like something made for her. Okay. That's enough of the waffle. I've waffled on enough there. Yeah, so what are you making? Have you got plans for... Have you got a lot of whips to finish off? Have you got things that are festering from last year? I'm not one of those, but I've had 2 projects, but I have finished them now, that had been festering on from last year. But I don't tend to have too many whips on the go at the time. You know, I'm not one of those people with like 20 whips. So that just gets too much for me. I've got some long-standing blanket projects, but they don't really factor into the main, my main thinking about works in progress and things. So thank you for joining me if you have today. Thank you for subscribing if you have. If you've not, then please do click that button, because it does get the channel out to other people that might not have seen me before. Thank you for joining me for the vlogs as well. If you have come over to see those, please leave a comment on those as well. Please do. Oh, I know what I meant to do. It's podiversary. So it is 2 years since I set up the channel. And that means it's time for a little something for you guys. If you would like to be in with the chance to get something out of the prize bag, which is hung up on the back of the wall, so a skein of yarn possibly, I think that's what's in there, there's lots of yarn in there. So if you would like to be in with the chance to have a skein of yarn sent from me to you, then please do comment with just say 2 years. Put 2 years in your comment, because it's been 2 years that we've been set up on the podcast. So a number 2 and years, and then that's what I'll use to find your comments. So if you don't put that in, I know you don't want to be entered, but if you do, I know that you do. Okay. Have a lovely 2 weeks, or a week if I see you in the vlogs. A lovely 2 weeks ahead of you. I hope that you get lots of stuff done. I hope that you enjoy your crafting and enjoy yourselves in general. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other as well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.